Disrespect never arrives with a trumpet. It doesn't come crashing through the door, screaming in your face. It whispers, a smirk, a mocking tone, a subtle cut disguised as a joke. Most people laugh it off. They brush it aside. They think it will vanish if ignored. They are wrong. Disrespect ignored is not disrespect removed. It is disrespect multiplied. It is permission granted. Machiavelli understood this better than anyone. Respect is not earned. Respect is enforced. Every time someone undermines you, they are not just mocking your dignity, they are testing your power. They are weighing whether you are worth fearing. And each time you let it slide, you've given them your answer, no. Think about how this plays out in everyday life. A coworker interrupts you in a meeting. You smile and wait your turn. They now know you're easy to silence. A friend cracks a joke at your expense, then shrugs. Relax, I'm kidding. You laugh along. They now know you'll accept humiliation in public. A family member dismisses your opinion with a wave of the hand. You say nothing. They now know your voice carries no weight. Disrespect never begins as war. It begins as reconnaissance, a probing strike. They want to know, how far can I push you? And most people, in their desire to be mature or nice, surrender the battlefield without even realizing a battle has begun. Machiavelli wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Love is voluntary. Fear is enforced. Respect exists closer to fear than to love. The weak cling to the idea that being nice earns respect. But history proves otherwise. Kings, generals, and leaders who tolerated disrespect were devoured by their rivals. Those who enforced respect coldly, consistently, without apology commanded power that outlived them. You live in the same world they did, a world of hierarchy, testing, and predators. The faces have changed. The rules have not. Today, I will give you the 5 darkest, most effective tactics to handle disrespect. These are not feel-good ideas. They are psychological weapons. Cold, surgical, unforgiving. Tactic number 1, strategic silence. Silence is not weakness. Silence is a blade. Most people respond to disrespect immediately. They defend, they explain, they argue, and in doing so, they surrender control. The wrong way is laughing along with a joke, defending yourself nervously, reacting with emotional outbursts. But the correct way is freeze the moment. Look directly at the offender. Say nothing. Let the silence expand until they drown in it. For example, you're in a group. Someone makes a joke at your expense. Everyone laughs. You don't. You hold their gaze, your face unmoving. The laughter dies, the tension rises. The offender shifts uncomfortably. Without a word, you've reversed the power dynamic. Silence disrupts expectation. Humans are wired to fill voids. When you leave their words unanswered, they begin questioning themselves, replaying what they said, doubting whether they crossed a line. Say these words of affirmation. My silence speaks volumes. Tactic number 2, relentless consistency. Boundaries mean nothing if they collapse under pressure. Disrespect thrives on inconsistency. If you enforce your standards one day and let them slide the next, you teach people that your boundaries are negotiable. The wrong way is ignoring small slights. making exceptions for people you like, reacting emotionally depending on your mood. But the correct way is every slight, no matter how small, receives the same response. No exceptions, no loopholes. For example, a coworker interrupts you in meetings. Every time you stop speaking and stare until they finish, then you continue. Never angry, never emotional, always the same. Humans adapt to patterns. When people learn that crossing you always carries a consequence, they adjust their behavior. Predictability breeds caution. Leave these words of affirmation in the comments. My standards never bend. Tactic number 3, disproportionate consequences. Ordinary responses are forgettable. Extraordinary consequences are unforgettable. The wrong way is meeting insult with insult, defending yourself pointlessly, engaging in heated arguments. But the correct way is respond in ways that create long-term discomfort. Withdraw presence, energy, or trust disproportionately. For example, a friend jokes about you publicly. Instead of laughing or sparring back, you excuse yourself and leave. Later, you stop inviting them to events. When they notice and ask why, your cold reply, "I assumed you didn't value my time." People remember pain more than laughter. A disproportionate response lodges in their memory, making them calculate the cost of testing you again. Tactic number 4, crafting the dark image. Respect is won not only by action, but by aura. The wrong way is being overly eager, explaining yourself constantly, seeking validation and approval. But the correct way is cultivate an image of composure, restraint, and selectivity. Speak slowly, move deliberately, give nothing for free. For example, someone tries to provoke you in public. Instead of snapping, you reply with cold efficiency or ignore them altogether. The message spreads faster than your words. This is not someone to play with. Humans judge on appearance and aura before action. When your reputation precedes you, people treat you with caution before they even test you. Affirm this in the comments. My presence commands respect. Tactic number 5, Machiavellian intelligence. Disrespect is not always an insult. It is information. The wrong way is taking every slight personally, trying to win over those who mock you. But the correct way is study disrespect as data. Use it to identify envy, manipulation, weakness, or hidden resentment. For example, a coworker interrupts you but never interrupts the boss. They see you as lower status. They are safe to exploit, downward but cautious upward. They are not an ally. Disrespect reveals loyalties and insecurities. It unmasks true enemies long before they strike openly. I want you to say these words of affirmation. Disrespect reveals truth. But why do people disrespect? 1. Insecurity. They must put you down to feel tall. 2. Dominance testing. They want to know if you're prey or predator. 3. Envy. Your success exposes their inadequacy. 4. Habit. They've learned disrespect works on the weak. Here's the paradox. Most people who dish disrespect cannot endure it themselves. They thrive only when their target reacts emotionally or submissively. When you respond with cold, calculated control, you short-circuit their strategy. They expected you to fold. You didn't. They expected you to explode. You didn't. Instead, you became unreadable. and unpredictable people are dangerous. If you've watched this video to this point, I want you to like this video and click on the subscribe button. Picture two versions of yourself. The before, you laugh off insults. You stay silent out of fear. You let disrespect slide. People talk over you, joke at your expense, dismiss your worth. Your kindness is mistaken for weakness. And after, you enforce standards with silence, consistency, and cold consequences. You exude an aura of strength. People think twice before crossing you. You no longer demand respect, it surrounds you like armor. The difference is not luck, charisma, or fate. It is the ruthless enforcement of boundaries. It is the choice to play chess while others play checkers. From this day forward, you do not laugh away disrespect. You do not swallow it. You weaponize it. You turn silence into a blade, consistency into a fortress, consequences into legend, and every slight into intelligence. Machiavelli was right. Respect is not given. Respect is enforced. Now enforce it.